Okay, greetings most cowbell fans, and for today I'm going to do something really crazy. I'm going to try and change the battery on my iPad Pro 12.9, almost 13 inches. It's big, and I've been trying to do this for 2 days, and I think today I may succeed, although I might end up breaking the whole thing. So this should be interesting. Okay, so I'm using a thing that looks like this. It's the iFixit eye opener. That's what I need every morning. Okay, so anyway, you put this in the microwave and you heat it up for a while. And I did this last night. It didn't work so well. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to blast it with a hairdryer. All right, so I'm using this device called the anti-clamp that has suction cups for each side to pull the screen apart. And I'm heating it up so that the screen does not crack because it's fragile when it's cold. You notice the anti-clamp is not working that great. It slips up right here at the back of it. And I had to reset it and do it many other times. So you see, there it goes. Okay. Oh, excuse me. It has worked now. Okay, I can let this go. This anti-clamp has done its job. Okay, look at this. Now, taking the screen off was really a long process. It took a long time and it was pretty tedious, so I'm not going to bore you with all the details. I've edited out a lot of it. I ended up having to take the screen apart 2 more times because of mistakes that I made along the way, but the end result is it works, so you'll see it, my conclusion at the end. Okay, what does it look like inside here? Oh, it looks like it's just like it's supposed to. So here we have it. We have the screen off. You see it's still trying to power on there. Now, I turn this around like this so you can see what I'm doing here. So this is the connector, very fragile. So first I have to take out all these screws. I'm going to turn this off for a minute. Okay, so next we unscrew. For this, I think I'm going to just sit down, take my time. So I have to unscrew this cover here, which is the logic board. The logic board is under here, and it is the EMI cover. So it looks like plastic, and it is plastic, but it's a special kind of plastic. And these screws are so tiny. Come out. Can't tell if they come out. Look at how tiny that is. Can you see it? You can't even see it. It looks like a speck of dust. Okay, so I can't seem to get this piece off. Maybe it's just a piece of tape. Okay. Oh, well, it said, don't worry if you bend it. And oh, you missed this. So I went to try and get this up, and these things came out all by themselves, which is what's supposed to, that's the next step. So I'm at 28. So yes, I can't put the new battery in without taking out the old battery. And the battery connector screw. Boy, on the picture it looks much bigger. This is a special longer screw. This doesn't look any longer. I'm going to put it in a separate box. I slowed that part down because that was a critical step to undoing the battery connection. And when I put it back together, it didn't work. It kept rebooting every couple minutes. And I went online, and the first thing it said was, make sure the screw is tight enough on the battery connector. And when I took the iPad apart again, I noticed I forgot the screw in the battery cover. And I don't know what happened to it, but when I put it back, everything worked. These things, okay. Going back to look at the instructions.
Oh, you got it off.
Oh yeah, that's the easy part. Now, basically what has to happen, the instructions that I have in there, they don't, and the ones that I saw online, they don't fit with this. This is different. This is inside is different. There was supposed to be a smart connector here. Okay, so I ended up figuring it out. I was looking at the wrong. This is apparently the iPad Pro version 1, the very first one that came out. You know me, I had to get the first one. So anyway, I was looking at the wrong thing, so everything was a little bit off. So I got these things out the way they're supposed to be, only at step 44. And it said I could use the tweezers to get this out. Was that what it said? Tweezers is a spudger. I'm gonna use a spudger, see if I get. So this is the little rubber pieces that keep the antenna cables from moving around. Get this rubber piece out. And this rubber piece out. The antenna cables were caught. And I think the next thing that has to happen is I'm going to put that thing what I do with it? Oh, this thing, the eye opener. And I'm going to put this on here to soften the glue that holds the logic board in. And then I'm going to fold it over, and then I can actually replace the battery. So I'm really getting in there. I put this in. This was to separate this part here, but it came up all by itself, I think. So I think that's all I need to do. Watch this for me. I'm going to see what else I have to do after. I put this on here. I'm going to pry the logic board up, and then the last time I took it apart, I used my magnifying light, my jeweler's light, which I use for guitars. So yeah, this thing here, and that made it way easier to do everything. Once I got the logic board out of the way, I spent a whole bunch of time getting the old battery up, taking the tape, grabbing those strips and pulling them out, and then once I got the battery off, I still had the residue of the tape on there, which I had to get off as well, because the new batteries had tape already. All right, so repair is complete. Here it is. It seems to be working. We got some messages here from people. Let's see what else. Yeah. Oh no! Oh no! There's pics inside. Oh. Okay, got to take it apart. Oh well. Here we go again. Here it is. It's getting dark now. It was I stopped about half an hour ago. Went to get some food, but here it is. Seems to be working. So yeah. So a couple takeaways. Putting it back together was more difficult than taking it apart, actually, except for the screen, which took like an hour and a half or 2 hours. But the rest of the stuff, it was quick. But then trying to get those little tiny screws back in, screws that looked like gnats. They were so small, I had to put on my glasses to see them. And then to connect the display to the CPU, I had to have Ace help me. So I don't know if I recorded that. I don't think I did, but yeah. So it was hard. Anyway, that's the story. It's working. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. It was quite a challenge, actually, to take this apart. I was like, oh, $50 for a battery? Yeah, and I have like a brand new iPad. But yeah, well, it was several hours, really. I spent 2 hours one day and then about an hour another day. And then today it was close to 5 hours. So anyway, I learned a few things about how they put things together. This one did not have glue holding it in. It had tape, which was better, but because I didn't realize that, I approached it in a different way, and it probably would have been easier if I'd known that. But I think when they make these things, they don't really make a big deal about manufacturing it. It's just like the features. So this one was taped together. Go figure. All right. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. See you later.